Alright, so this honeymoon phase with the Switch 2 I feel like is finally over. And I think it's safe to say that I personally can judge the console kind of for what it is at the moment without really any bias. And if I'm going to get straight to the point, I just want to preface that I do not regret my purchase at all. If anything, I think it has further solidified my thoughts about the Switch and made me more confident in the purchase. And with time, I think it's only just gonna keep doubling down like that. I mean, probably nothing's gonna compare to that like first week where it was brand new, and I mean, that was my first console I had at launch. So that was a really exciting experience for me. But the only thing I really had to get excited about was Mario Kart World, and Mario Kart's fun. It's not gonna be the reason I buy a whole console. The Zelda remasters were pretty cool, or I guess the Switch 2 editions, if you will. And I actually played a lot more Smash with my friends, but that's just a Switch 1 game. Knowing what's in the journey ahead for the Switch is probably the most exciting part, because I'm already having fun with Donkey Kong and all the new games that they're announcing. Like, Metroid Prime 4 looks great, Final Fantasy VII Remake looks great as it was on PS5, and that's without our big heavy hitters like a Mario game or even a new Zelda. I mean, it's crazy to think that Tears of the Kingdom is already over 2 years old now. But yeah, honestly right now I'm really just excited about the games. The hardware itself doesn't feel super new outside of just the upscaled resolutions and frame rates. But that being said, I really actually do enjoy Donkey Kong quite a bit. Mario Odyssey was one of those games that I didn't fully fall in love with either, so I'm actually pleasantly surprised that I like Donkey Kong so much. I've gotten Mario Party Jamboree Switch 2 edition, and I've been playing that with a lot of friends as well, and this has kind of become the main party system for me. That has brought a whole new light and fun into my life in general. Like I mentioned, my most anticipated right now is going to be Final Fantasy VII Remake, as I've already pre-ordered it. That comes out in January, and I will probably be streaming that game when it launches, a full playthrough, and also just giving my thoughts on it. Keep in mind, I've played it on PS5 and PC, so it'll be different. But I'm already hearing really good things about that game, as it's been playable at a lot of the demos and showcases Nintendo's been doing, and honestly, it looks really good, especially the handheld portion. Like, it's gonna be really fun and exciting to be able to take that huge, massive game on the go. It makes me a little wary for Rebirth, though. That game is gonna come to the Switch 2 as well, and I'm curious how they're gonna pull that one off. Now, Elden Ring is kind of on the opposite side of the conversation here. I was excited for that. I haven't really played many Souls games. I played a little bit of Elden Ring, and I literally bought the three Dark Souls games, the first three Dark Souls games, and I plan on doing a stream on the first one at least in around January time as well, so that'll probably be right after Final Fantasy VII Remake, so that'll be exciting. But nonetheless, Elden Ring's been having some performance issues, which really just comes down to optimizations, although the build has been improving from showcase to showcase, so I'm hoping by the time that it releases, it'll be in a very good functioning state, as that is a very big game to have on the Switch 2, and I think that's going to do a lot in sales. Now, with how many stuff we really have going on, we haven't heard much about new Nintendo IPs or new games with existing Nintendo IPs. Of course, we got Kirby Air Riders. That'll be really cool. I never played the original, but I probably will now before the next one comes out. And overall, I'm thinking we're in just for a lot of new with this next generation, especially with Metroid Prime 4, as that game got announced ages ago and we haven't had a new Metroid in who knows how long. But it just gets me that much more excited when you talk about the new Marios or the new Zeldas that could possibly come to the Switch 2 as well. There's even those rumors of a Ocarina of Time remake coming to the Switch 2 at some point. Whether those are true or not, who knows, but I think that would be very cool, especially if it's getting that like FF7 remake treatment where they redo a lot of things and maybe not make several games, but I think it'd be cool and I would definitely get it. I think other things on my wish list right now for the Switch 2 would be the Kingdom Hearts trilogy, or it's not really a trilogy, there's a lot of games, but if those could get a native port instead of like the cloud version that we had for the Switch, which I don't really know why they went that direction, but if we got a native Kingdom Hearts trilogy port, I think that would be very awesome. I'd also love to see another Arkham Knight port, like a Switch 2 edition for the game, or even a full re-release again, because it sucked on the original Switch, and that's not to be taken lightly. That game literally is terrible, and it does have better frame rates on the Switch 2, but it crashes a lot, and it's actually been delisted because of that, so I'm thinking they either gotta do some sort of performance patch with it, or a Switch 2 edition or something. And of course, they already said, as I've mentioned like 4 times in this video already that the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy is going to be coming to the Switch. And yeah, I'm very curious about Rebirth, or especially the third title, since that is going to be late in the PS5's lifespan, as well as the Xbox's. And I'm curious to see how that's going to perform and look on the Switch too, because Rebirth is very taxing. So unless I feel like they hold back a little bit in the third part, we're going to see some questionable stuff. Or it could be a great performing Switch port, and I could eat my words. And I'd be so happy to eat my words in that case, because that would be awesome. But we'll just have to see. The Master Chief Collection would also be very cool. It is like an Xbox exclusive thing. Don't know if that one really would come to the Switch 2 or not. It's been rumored to. I think that'd be very fun to play Halo multiplayer and all the campaigns. But now with the release of the Xbox ROG Ally, they kind of have their own handheld in the market, although it's mainly competing with like the Lenovo handhelds and the Steam Decks more so than the Switch 2, I feel like. So I feel like they're 2 different demographics, but kind of not sort of too, because I believe you'd consider other things. You're looking for a PC game and handheld, you probably looked at a Switch because of how powerful it is now. That's besides the point. Pac-Man World 2 Remastered literally came out today as I'm recording this, and I still need to dive into that. I played a lot of Pac-Man World 2 as a kid. I could even make a video on that if you guys are interested. I actually have a script written for it, so if you guys want to see that, that'd be pretty dope. Yeah, it's a fun game, and I really like Pac-Man World, especially the second one, and I'm really glad it's getting remade, or yeah, it's basically just a full remake opposed to remaster, and I think that's going to be really fun for the new generation to see. Now, there's also some bad, of course, with the Switch, and honestly just the gaming market as a whole right now. The biggest thing is at the start, yeah, we had $80 Mario Kart, which was kind of absurd. In my opinion, I don't know if that Mario Kart game is worth $80. I don't feel like there's $80 worth of content that I've played and I've spent enough time playing, but it is also Mario Kart, and you knew I was gonna buy it. Everyone else probably with the Switch 2 was gonna buy it, so they can kind of get away with that. But they did a Nintendo Direct not too long ago where they announced the Virtual Boy coming back as a Nintendo Switch premium member online expansion exclusive, and you can get like an $100 shell of the original Virtual Boy, which I will say is pretty expensive just for basically what is a plastic shell, but is more of a novelty item. So I feel like you can get away with that even a little bit too, because you don't really have to buy that for anything, and only the people who really want to get it are going to get it. But the thing that did make me actually pretty mad was the Mario Galaxy games being bundled together. They're gonna get sold again for $70 as their MSRP, or you can get them individually, digital only, for $40 each. And these are games we're talking, one came out in the All-Stars collection a couple of years back, and no wait, that was 5 years ago. Dang, time is flying. 5 years ago it came out in the All-Stars collection, and yeah, it was like $20 a game. You got 64, you got Sunshine, you got Galaxy all for $60, limited time release. Now you bring it back, it's $40 just for Mario Galaxy. That seems like a scam. And then also $40 for Galaxy 2, or you can get them both for $70. So you save $10 opposed to buying them both individually. And these are games that were like, have been $20 for who knows how long. Like the Nintendo Selects versions of these games came out on the Wii for $20. I bought my used copy of Super Mario Galaxy 2 like 10 years ago for $20. And they're not remakes, they're barely a remaster if you want to call it that. They're upscaled, that's about it. So I don't necessarily feel like they're worth that $40 price tag. That being said, Mario Galaxy is a good game, and I think some people may find that it's worth that, but in our current state, I feel like they're kind of fleecing us a little bit with that. I think that genuinely will make it so I don't buy them. Like, you can literally get Mario Galaxy 1, or you can get, did you see it coming? Final Fantasy VII Remake for the exact same price. We're talking like a 40-hour game versus like, if you complete it, you might get up to 40 hours of Mario Galaxy, but with FF7, you do 100% of everything, you're looking at 100 hours. I don't see how quality here is talking towards the same price, but maybe that's just me. That and they're just price hiking everything. This isn't just Nintendo, this is kind of the whole gaming industry. The PS5 saw a price increase of $50. The Xbox Series X got an increase of $100. Nintendo just took the original Switch and hiked the price up there. I think the OLED got a $50 increase, so now it's $399 to buy the Switch OLED model, when you could just get the 2 for $50 more. No packing game for either. I feel like the 2 is a way better value for the extra $50 because you get to play all the same games and the whole next generation worth of it. I feel like that's not too much of a question there. I mean, it's 2017 technology that we're selling for more lower now instead of taking the price down. I think this is the first time I've ever seen price hikes instead of price cuts when it came to this far in its life cycle. Like, you look at all the PS4, it launched at $399. Those were readily available for $299 brand new with the Slim model. It's just kind of hard to believe that, and I think that just shows where we're at as a world right now. Either way, I don't want to get all, I guess, negative per se, because I do think the future of the Switch is bright. We got a lot of cool stuff coming out in the gaming world, and most of the price stuff is outside of a lot of these companies' control because there's tariffs and stuff like that. And I mean, if they're all doing it, clearly it's just a thing that we're gonna have to live with for a bit. The world will correct itself. That doesn't matter. And yeah, it's not gonna stop me from buying a lot of this stuff because, you know, this is like my main hobby, obviously. I own all the consoles. That's my thing. I love talking about it. I love playing the games. And, you know, we got Wolverine that was just announced. I can't wait for that game. It looks great. It's coming out in a year. I will be on that probably day one as well. Kingdom Hearts 4 has been getting teased for a long time. I'm just now getting the Kingdom Hearts trilogy, or not trilogy, but the Kingdom Hearts series. I'm currently on Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm actually streaming that on YouTube quite a bit, so if you guys want to stop by, be great. So far I'm talking to Casper the Ghost, or I have viewers, I just don't get chatters on YouTube. That's like the biggest difference between Twitch and YouTube, but stop by if you want. It'd be nice, we'd have fun. I love talking to people, chatting it up, so if you're interested in that, make sure to tune in. That's just gonna be the first of many live streams. And then Final Fantasy VII Part 3, of course. How many times can I say Final Fantasy VII in a Switch video? Apparently a lot. Part 3, I'm really excited for that. Rebirth is my favorite game of all time. See, I got the deluxe edition sitting right back there, and I'm so excited for Part 3, and that's gonna be a big moment for me, because I don't know, I haven't gotten really that excited about a video game since Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I loved Breath of the Wild, and then when Tears of the Kingdom came out, it just filled me up with joy, and I think this is gonna hit even harder. I'm excited for that as well. Dark Souls, I'm gonna do the Dark Souls stream probably early February, because I'm turning 21 January. It's gonna be a bit, but I want to do a stream where I drink liquid every time I die in Dark Souls 1. I think that would be a fun streaming video to do. I don't know if I'll beat the whole game doing that, because you die a lot in those games, I've heard, especially as someone who's not really experienced in them, but we're gonna give it a shot, so be on the lookout for that too, so I think that would be a lot of fun. This is kind of more of a niche video. I don't expect it to do crazy good because I'm talking about so many different things in it, but I feel like it's a good place to gauge where the channel is, you know, engage with you guys. We're almost to 600 subs, which is halfway to that 1,000 subscriber mark. Well, it's more than halfway to that 1,000 subscriber mark for that monetization goal, so that's really exciting. I can't wait to get there, and I actually owe a big thank you to all of you guys for, I guess, watching my videos and supporting me. It's been nice seeing you guys' comments this past year. Damn, we're coming up on 2 years now. 2 years where I've been doing this. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, and I mean, my output sucks for 2 years, but I'm hopefully to get better at that. Yeah, no, I guess I'm just letting that sink in right now, but looking forward to that. Thank you guys for helping me reach that. That's going to be our big driving goal. I want to get there hopefully in the next year. Hopefully we'll get to 1,000 subs by the next year. I want to hit that monetization goal. Then after that, I want to keep building consistency, and I want to have, like, you know, a good viewer base, or kind of have a good community by the time FF7 Part 3 comes out, because I think that would be very fun to engage with people, and kind of that'll just be a nice, really moment to reflect on. But now I'm kind of rambling. This isn't even about the Switch anymore. This is just about me and my channel. So thank you for tuning into this. This was a small little rant, and overall kind of like, oh, I'm excited about it. I didn't talk much about the hardware itself per se, but I mean, the hardware, it's just another Switch. I still stand by that. It is really nice. It does still feel more premium to me. I noticed the plastic marks up a lot less than the original one, especially when it comes to like the finger oils, that stuff, so that's really cool. I look forward to another lifespan with the Switch 2. I think it's holding up great. I think it's only gonna be better as time goes on, of course, because the library is gonna get bigger, but I'm still excited about it, and I think I'm gonna be excited for a while, and we haven't even reached the peak of what this system can do. Anyways, sorry for rambling so long, but thank you for tuning in. And yeah, if you like what you see, if you're new here, welcome. Let me know what you want to see more of on the channel down below, whether it's Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, anything. I can do most all of it at this point. And yeah, if you want me to revisit any ideas, or there's certain games you want me to tackle, make sure to let me know, and I'll make sure to put it on the list and get to it. This has been the Pixel Critic. I actually didn't start off this video by saying, hey, it's Colin. My name's Colin. You guys didn't know that. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Is that nominee?
What's going on?